So it's the 2nd of January already, and I've been thinking a lot about the new year and about how we have a habit of approaching it with a sense of needing to grow or change or improve. And part of me is quite cynical about that and how that can be really driven by a consumerist culture. But part of me recognises the innate drive that I think we have as humans to grow and be the best of ourselves, and perhaps also have a curiosity about our capacity for things, what we can achieve. And I think it's this that's the primary drive for the culture of new starts and change that we're seeing. But we have a choice about where and how we direct that energy. In TA, we call that energy Physis. It's a life force that we all possess. And it's quite a central concept in TA. In fact, we've got a training organisation in the UK up in Scotland called Physis because it is such a central part of what we do. But it's also in other religions and cultures as well, and they call it chi or ruach or prana, and in other modalities they might call it the organismic drive or self-actualization, but it's a life force. And I can usually tell in a first session with a client how connected they are to their life force. And I suppose the task of any modality really is supporting clients to reconnect with that, finding the blocks to that. So perhaps when we're thinking about new starts and changes and growth, we can start here and start by thinking, when did we last feel connected to Physis? When did we last feel vital and alive? And for so many of us, this might be childhood, and I'll encourage clients to think about what brought them joy as children and ask when they felt most alive. And I also think nature has a huge part to play in this, like outside, where Physis is at play 24/7, whether we can see it or not. Most obviously in spring, but it's still there. It's happening behind the scenes in winter. So with that in mind, I wondered if we can perhaps bring some of that thinking into setting our intentions, thinking about what we used to do that really brought us alive as children, what we might want to reconnect with that can encourage this Physis and this life force to start flowing through us again. Because although growth can start with planting new seeds and trying new things, of course it can also start with watering what was already planted a long time ago. And that might be a good place to start.